Years ago, I was trying to drive a car that just didn't seem to have any power. I'd press down on the accelerator pedal, but the car would barely move. I couldn't understand why. The engine sounded fine, and I knew the car had plenty of power. I kept pushing the pedal down further and further, but the car just wouldn't go. Frustrated, I pulled over to the side of the road to investigate.
You will stand up straight or I will personally shit-kick every Far Eastern bannock that appeared before my eyes!
Well done, Sergeant.
When you understand the language, sir, everything falls into place.
That's when I noticed it. The emergency brake was still engaged. No wonder the car felt like it was being held back. Even though I was pressing the accelerator all the way down, the emergency brake was creating enough resistance to completely negate all that power. Once I released the emergency brake, the car took off like a rocket.
Holy shit. Hey, Mikey, I think he likes it. How about some more? Hell yes.
I couldn't believe I had been fighting against myself the whole time. This experience taught me an important lesson about the principle of relaxation, and how crucial it is not just for driving a car, but for martial arts, the mind, and managing personal tension. Just like with that car, we often unknowingly hold ourselves back through unnecessary tension and resistance. We push and strain, trying to force our way through, when the real solution is to simply let go and relax.
Come on, stop trying to hit me and hit me!
In the martial arts, this principle of relaxation is absolutely essential. When you're in a physical confrontation, your natural instinct is to tense up your muscles, grit your teeth, and put every ounce of effort into your movements. But that tension and resistance actually works against you. It slows you down, makes your techniques sloppy and inefficient, and drains your energy far more quickly. The true masters of the martial arts have learned to cultivate a state of complete relaxation, even in the midst of intense physical activity.
Please forgive. Too many mind.
Too many mind?
Hi. Mind the sword. Mind the people watch. Mind the enemy. Too many mind. No mind.
No mind.
Their movements are smooth, effortless, and economical. There's no wasted motion or unnecessary tension. They're able to unleash explosive bursts of power and speed, not by straining and forcing, but by remaining calm, centered, and utterly relaxed. This same principle applies just as much to the mind as it does to the body. So often, we find ourselves caught up in a whirlwind of anxious thoughts, worries, and mental chatter. We try to fight against it, to push it all away, but that just creates more resistance and turmoil. The more we struggle, the worse it gets. The solution, again, is to learn to relax. To let go of the need to control every thought and emotion, and simply allow them to come and go without attachment.
You have to let it all go, Neo. Fear, doubt, and disbelief. Free your mind.
When we can do that, when we can cultivate a state of calm, spacious awareness, we find that our minds become much clearer, sharper, and more focused. We're able to respond to challenges and difficulties with poise and equanimity, rather than getting swept away by reactivity and stress. And this principle of relaxation doesn't just apply to the body and the mind. It's also crucial for managing personal tension and stress in our daily lives. So often, we find ourselves wound up tight, our shoulders hunched, our jaws clenched, our muscles rigid. We're like that car with the emergency brake still on, trying to power through, but held back by our own internal resistance. But when we learn to consciously relax, to let go of that unnecessary tension, to soften and release, we find that everything becomes easier. Our energy levels rise, our mood improves, and we're able to handle challenges with much greater ease and grace. It's like taking your foot off the brake and letting the car accelerate freely. Of course, learning to truly relax isn't always easy. It's a skill that takes practice and cultivation. But the benefits are immense, both in the martial arts and in every other area of our lives. So I encourage you to experiment with this principle of relaxation, to notice where you're holding unnecessary tension, and to consciously let it go. See how it changes your experience, both physically and mentally. I think you'll be amazed at the difference it can make.
I have questions. I have introduced myself. You have introduced yourself. This is a very good conversation.